Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my postpartum recovery tips. I am currently 13 weeks postpartum with my third baby. If you're new to my channel, my name is Natasha. I am a mum of 3. I have Elise who is 6, Charlie who is 3 and Olivia who is 3 months old. So I'm not a pro or anything, but there were things that I did in my, after my second delivery and my third delivery that I didn't do in my first, and the difference in my recovery was massive. So I just wanted to share what I did that helped me recover. As I said, I'm a mum of 3. My first 2 labours, I have done the stories about them. If you do want to watch them, I will link them below. Also, if you hear noises, that is Olivia making the little baby noises and hiccuping. So yeah, as I said, I've had 3 deliveries. I've had vaginal deliveries every time. With my first 2 babies, I had an episiotomy as they were back to back. And with Olivia, it was a nice straightforward water birth, so I didn't need any intervention and I just had a couple of stitches. So as you can imagine, with an episiotomy, quite a lot of stitches were required afterwards. The first time with Elise, my first child, I didn't really do anything. I just took the ibuprofen and paracetamol that the hospital told me, and just tried to keep my stitches as clean as possible. I didn't take anything. I didn't do anything really. I did get an infection. Whether it's coincidence or not, I don't know, but it took me a good 7 weeks till I fully healed and felt better. So then when I had Charlie, I had a lovely midwife who was just full of tons of knowledge, and she gave me these tips, which is what I'm going to share with you today. And I did them with him, and I actually had a worse labour with him, a bigger episiotomy cut, and by week 2, I was fine. I was driving, probably done the splits and been absolutely fine. But I have done the same thing this time round, and I would say after the first week, I was feeling fine. First thing you're gonna want to do and take as soon as you have had your baby, as far as I'm aware, this is fine to take with C-section recovery as well, is Arnica. Just trying to show you. I just picked up this one from Boots. Actually, all the stuff I'm going to show you today is just from Boots. This is amazing. If you don't know what Arnica is, it's like a natural remedy to help with bruising. You can normally buy it in cream form. Oh dear! You can normally buy it in cream form, and yeah, you put it on bumps and bruises. This one is just a little tablet. You just open it up and you pop it out. I think I've nearly run out. Oh yeah. So they come out like tiny little tablets, and just take them. Just gonna have to grab the baby. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the Arnica, take as soon as you can. This time, third time around, I took it into hospital with me. With Charlie, I took them probably a couple of days after, once my midwife had told me about them. And yeah, as I said, within 2 weeks, I was feeling much better with my second delivery. Third baby, within a week, I felt completely back to normal down there. Just follow the instructions on the packet. I can't remember what the dosage is, but you take a certain amount during the first few days and then it goes on till sort of like you feel better. Obviously do check with your doctor and your midwife that you're okay to take these. I am not a medical professional. I'm just going on what I have done and what I have been recommended to me. I need to hand to show you, but you're gonna want the big sanitary pads. Like, I'm talking like pillow sizes. It's gonna feel like you've got a mattress in between your legs, but especially for the first few days, if not the first week, your bleeding is going to be quite heavy, and I don't think a lot of people talk about that. I know for some women they don't bleed as much. I would say my third time round I haven't bled as much as I have previously. Whether that's because I had episiotomies, I don't know, but for me it's all about the comfort, and if you've got stitches, it's kind of a nice bit of padding, and just wear floaty tops and baggy leggings, you'll be fine. With those pads, you can put them in the freezer, save a drawer, like, you know, just keep it next to your frozen veg or something, and it feels so nice when you put it in your knickers. It's like a gift from the gods. That noise is not the gift from the gods. So keep them in your fridge, your freezer, and keep them in the fridge as well if you want, but it is so nice and cooling when you are sore and swollen down there to get out a nice cold pad and just pop it in there, sit down. Believe me, you'll thank me later. The pad, I also used these two things. Now the lavender oil was new to me third time round, but tea tree oil I used second time round. I'm almost think I'm right in saying this, that they kind of both, or especially lavender, I think, works as like a natural, like antibacterial type thing. It's very good, you know, for cuts and grazes and healing. And I think tea tree is very similar. If you just have a Google the benefits for it, I can't really remember right now. I'm kind of having a bit of a brain fog. But basically, they really help with aiding healing, and especially for your stitches. Again, check with your midwife and doctor that you're okay to use them. But what I used to do with the tea tree oil was kind of every other time I changed my pad, I didn't do it every time, I would just put 2 drops on the pad, and it would just help keep everything fresh, clean, and also helped to heal the stitches. I believe you could do the same with lavender, but with the lavender, I tended to put it in my bath. So not only is it nice and relaxing for you, but it's really good for your stitches as well. Check if you're okay to do this with a C-section. I don't have any experience with a C-section, and I know you have to avoid baths, but maybe at a point when you can have baths. I'm not sure how it works with C-sections, so obviously just check with a medical professional. But yeah, I would put a couple of drops of each in the bath. It not only sort of relaxed me and any sort of stresses I had, but relaxed my muscles, and it really helped with, you know, healing my stitches. I would do that about 2-3 times a day as well, especially in that first week. You want to keep them nice and clean because that will cause an infection if you don't. Also, when you go to the toilet, just have a little cup or like a squirty bottle in the bathroom, and just kind of flush it down there. You're not going to want to scrub or really touch anything. When you're in the shower, get the shower head and just kind of dry, let your wash down there. If they're keeping down there nice and dry, you can either air dry, lay on your bed a little bit and just kind of, you know, let the natural air just breeze on by. I used to sometimes use a bit of a hairdryer. I know some people may say that you shouldn't because of the stitches, but I'm not talking like I'm doing a full-on blowout down there. Like, I'm talking like just a little bit, you know, because it can feel quite sensitive down there. You're not necessarily going to want to touch it. If you are going to do it with a towel, make sure it's a clean towel every time and just kind of pat and tap. So to help with your stitches, I didn't do it this time because my stitches weren't that bad, but I did it the second time around, is salt baths. I can't remember the ratio of water to salt, but I believe sort of like about half a bath full with around about 8 cups of salt. Sounds like a lot of salt, but it really did help me. Like I said, I had a very, very big episiotomy cut with my second, and yeah, by 2 weeks, it was like nothing ever happened. Last postpartum recovery tip, I don't have any to hand because I've used them all up, but is to take evening primrose oil. It works as a natural way to kind of help balance out your hormones. I actually do take them in general because I get quite bad PMD. I'm sure my husband can vouch for that, and it just helps settle your hormones a little bit. It's also good to take before you have baby as well. Apparently it helps ripen cervix. I don't know how true that is, but have a Google. But yeah, if you just take them, especially in those first few weeks when your hormones are like all over the shop anyway, it just helps to level it out a little bit. As far as I'm aware, it's safe to take whilst you're breastfeeding, but again, check with medical professional. But for me, it just really helped, and I only had 1 major day of crying, like the whole baby blues, or maybe like 2 days, but they were kind of spread out a little bit. But by far, third time round has been my best recovery, my easiest recovery, and I do think a lot of it is to do with the fact that I've been using these products, the Arnica, having the baths, using a nice pad, and yeah, it just really, really helped. Of course, the most important thing for your recovery is to look after yourself, keep hydrated, keep eating, especially if you are feeding baby. You are going to need to put more calories and more fluids into your body to sustain being able to feed another baby, you know, another human, and also to keep yourself, you know, fighting fit. Rest, rest, rest and rest. The washing can wait, the cooking can wait, the cleaning can wait. I am terrible, especially first time round. I just assumed that I could just be super mum, and after a couple of days I'd be running the hoover around, I'd be out driving, I'd be out this. No, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to feel like you've been hit by a bus, but in the nicest possible way. Even though your body is feeling completely like and your brain's a bit like whew, It will pass, it's not going to last forever, and actually when you are a few weeks and few months down the road in your recovery and you've got this new baby, you are going to wish that you went back and you just sat there and enjoyed those head sniffs and those baby snuggles and let everybody else run around after you. Because believe me, once they go back to work, like your husband or your family are finishing visiting, ain't no one going to help you. You're on your own, love. So yeah, just embrace those first couple of weeks with you and your baby. If you feel like going out for a walk, do it. If you feel like you want to just get up and put a load of washing on, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to, but you can do little things, but just don't feel like you have to. Don't put pressure on yourself. You have just gone through probably the most traumatic thing your body can ever go through, and you have birthed a baby. So you need that time to recover and rest and sit there, get Netflix on, get a box set, get loads of chocolate, get loads of tea and water, sit there sniffing your baby with your big old pad on and your oils, and just enjoy those first few weeks, because they go by so quickly and you're not going to get them back again. I really hope you found these tips helpful. As I said, I'm not a medical professional. Do always check with your midwife, health visitor, doctor that you are okay to take these products. They are all natural, so I shouldn't imagine there are too many areas or issues with taking them, but obviously do check. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've got any postpartum recovery tips that you would like to share with anyone. I'm not planning on having any more babies, but hopefully you can help other mums. If there's something I've missed out or something that really helped you, please leave it in the comments below so that other mums can have a read. You know, we're all in this together, and we've all got to help each other, and any tips that you can share I just think are so important. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already and you would like to see more videos from me, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!